Rosie. I have tried to record this video I don't know how many times now. I think this is like the 4th or 5th time I've tried to do this video. I keep getting interrupted by loud semis and trains. So it's left me frustrated. It's been a while because August has been very busy. So because of that, I haven't gotten a whole lot of reading done. I've only finished one book in August. I also only bought one book in August. And I'm currently reading 2 books. So, yeah. So I'm going to start with the books because it's more life stuff that I really have much to say about because of that. But, yeah. So we'll start with what I'm currently reading. Right now I'm reading The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. This is the 3rd book in the Remnant Chronicles. I just got this from the library. I've had it for a little over a week now, and I'm only about 200 pages in. I've taken on fixing a knitting project for one of my friends, so that's kind of been taking over my reading time. So yeah, but it's okay. I'll probably have to renew this, but I don't know if I'll get to right away because there's been a lot of people waiting to read this, so I may not get to finish this for a while, unfortunately. But because I didn't realize how huge of a book it was. It's like 676 pages or something like that. So there's a lot. I didn't realize it was that huge. So maybe I'll just buy my own copy. Who knows? But when I wasn't reading that, I was reading Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. Sorry. We have the windows open because it's beautiful outside. So everything is like 10 times louder. But I'm more than halfway done with it now. I got quite a bit of reading done when we went for our cabin weekend a couple weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. We did D&D and hiking, reading. So it was a lot of fun and very relaxing and very much needed. Especially since work has been chaotic because they've been training me to open, so I've been having to go into work at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, but that's all done now, and I'm finally starting to get back to normal. So, yay for that. And then I'm almost finished with this. I still have a ways to go, but it's a ways farther than what I was. So, yeah. The book that I finished this month was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. This is by John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. J.K. Rowling did not write this. I'm sure people are aware of that. But I know there are some people that weren't exactly happy with this. Like, they didn't enjoy it. But I think they're comparing it too much to the actual Harry Potter series. And J.K. Rowling didn't write this. So I looked at this separate from the Harry Potter series. Like, I looked at this just to see, you know, what other people thought the story might have gone to if the series had continued. I completely looked at this separately. I mean, the only thing it involved was the characters and the setting and everything. Everything else was completely somebody else's idea. So, looking at it separately, I enjoyed this. This was a neat take on what could have happened after the series ended. So, I myself enjoyed it. But I think if I would have compared it way too much to the Harry Potter series, I probably would have hated it too. Because I don't know, the characters just didn't seem like they were done how they should have been done. But like I said, this is someone else's take on the story and the characters. So I enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So I enjoyed it. But that's my opinion. And then the only book that I bought this month was Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This was a series that I had been seeing on BookTube a lot. And it sounded interesting to me. And then my local grocery store where I go grocery shopping had it for $5. So I went ahead and picked it up. This is the only one in the series that they had, so I'd have to get the other two. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. It's not very high on the priority list, but I will get to it eventually. So yeah, that's all I got for the books. Other than that, I've just been really busy with life. The kids started school this week, so we had been busy getting prepared for that because basically the first week after I had recorded last, that was my son's kindergarten boot camp because he's now going to all day, every day kindergarten. Whereas last year for preschool, he was only going a couple of hours during the week. So they did this boot camp to help get the kids ready to transition to all day, everyday school. So he did excellent. He's been doing excellent in school. So I keep thinking I'm hearing a train starting to come. But he's been doing excellent. He's done really well with the transition. I wasn't really sure what to expect because he is kind of a mama's boy, but he seems to be doing great. So I'm happy for that. I'm now opening the store by myself, so I get to have my days back, which is exciting. I actually feel like I have much more of a life now. And because of that, I've been able to start hanging out with an old friend from high school again. I didn't realize she was actually living in town, so once I found out she was, I messaged her on Facebook, and we've been going on walks about every week since then. So we've been going Pokemon hunting because she's a total nerd like I am. So I'm really excited that we're doing things again. She was one of my best friends from high school, and it was sad that I kind of lost touch with her, but life just got in the way. We were busy with our own things, so it happens. But I'm glad that we're back hanging out. So and then we went to the cabin, and that was a lot of fun. It was just 3 days of hanging out, playing D&D, and hiking, and doing some other things. So had a lot of fun with that. And then we came home to Fair Week had started while we were gone. So I had taken my kids to the fair on the Tuesday so that just the 3 of us could hang out together for the last time before school started. And then Thursday, my mother-in-law had treated them to Kids Day, but because there's 3 kids total, including my stepson, she likes to have another adult with her so we can kind of tag team the rides and stuff, because the 2 older kids are old enough for all the rides, whereas my youngest son, he is not. So it would be really hard to be able to take the kids on the bigger rides because you can't leave the other kid alone. So yeah. So the last couple of years she's had me go because Kenny, my father-in-law, hasn't been able to go. So yeah, so I've been going, and I got very, very sunburned. This was the day after our tornado day, and we were expecting more storms. So it was cloudy when we left, and then it just got sunny, and it stayed sunny, and we didn't expect that. So luckily, I was the only one that got burned. The kids did not. So I lucked out on that one. But yeah, the day before that, we had tornadoes in our area, which is rare. Um, we really don't get a lot of tornadoes around here, even though we're on the edge of Tornado Alley. Um, we really don't get a lot of tornadoes around here, and the ones that we do get are very weak. However, last Wednesday was very crazy weather. We had over 20 tornadoes all around us, like spawning all around us. And it was really, really scary, especially when I was notified by my husband. He had sent me a text saying that a very large tornado had touched down in the town right next to us and it was heading our direction. Yeah, I started to freak out. I don't like major storms. They fascinate me. Major storms fascinate me, especially tornadoes. They fascinate me. I'd love to see one in real life, but I don't ever want to be in one. I don't ever want to be caught up in that situation. No, I don't like not being in control. I think that's what it is. I want to be in control of the situations that I am in. And I would not be for that. That's all Mother Nature. So, yeah. So I freaked out. I didn't know what to do because the weather hadn't really gotten horrible here yet. But I knew it was coming. And then once the storm had started, there were still no tornado sirens, no alerts even for us. I didn't know what to do exactly. I wanted to just go ahead and get everybody down in the basement because I knew it was going to be close. Which I kind of did. I battled with myself for a little while and then I was like, okay, kids, go ahead, get your shoes on. And I gathered up the dog. I leashed the dog to a big pipe that was downstairs in the basement. And I had the kids stay with him, and as I was gathering them up, the tornado siren started going off. So, yeah, they stayed down there for a good half hour, and I was kind of up and down. Whenever I started to feel uneasy about the weather, I shut all of us down in the basement. And, yeah, it was scary. We had one that came through right on the edge of town and it actually took out somebody's house, which is really, really sad. Especially when it was an older couple's house. But everybody made it out all right. Nobody was hurt or anything. Thank God for that. But it was still sad. The weather was just crazy. I mean, there were houses all around in other towns that were destroyed, trailers destroyed. There was a video that went around on Facebook in a city in Indiana, just only like 40 minutes from here, where an EF3 tornado had completely flattened a Starbucks with a bunch of customers inside. Everybody made it out all right. So I with all the tornadoes that entire day, everybody made it out with the worst only being minor injuries. So we really lucked out because we had some strong tornadoes. The F3 was the strongest one, but that was still scary enough because, like I said, we don't deal with tornadoes very much up here. And the ones that we do get were very, very weak. Like, people were debating on whether to even call it a tornado week. So, yeah. And it was scary, but we made it through. So, that's good. I don't ever want to be in that situation again, though. Like, oh my God, I was freaking out so bad. I was trying to hold myself together for the kids because they were already scared enough because of all of our weather alerts going off. Anytime those alerts go off, it scares the kids. So, I was just trying to tell him that it's going to be alright. We're fine. Say, the worst of it is it missed us. The worst of it missed us. Yeah, we were spared by that tornado. We really were. Because it was heading straight for us. But then right as it got to our town, like, you know, here's the weather. It's heading straight towards us. And then as it gets to us, it split. So, yeah, that's how we avoided that, is the weather had split around us. So our good old town bubble held. And, yeah, so that's the only way we were spared the tornado, was because that system had split around us. But that created two split systems that was spawning tornadoes, and that's what made everything worse. So, yeah. So, interesting times. It was scary. I don't want to go through it again. Especially because I don't handle those kind of situations well. Oh, but it's better to be safe than sorry, so that's what I did. Oh, goodness. So, I'm still adjusting to not having kids here. I'm used to always having at least one child around me at all times. But I don't have that because all of the kids are in school, even all the ones that I usually babysit for, like my nieces and nephew. All of them are old enough and in school now. So, yeah, I don't have them either. So, it's weird. So, but it's going to be interesting because my son has a doctor's appointment after school and I'm going to be taking 6 kids with me. We're going to have to see how that works out. Alright. But that's all I got for you this time. Sorry I've been missing. It's been very busy and I'm still trying to keep the video short, so I kind of skimmed through things. But yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully with the kids being at school, I will have more reading time. At least after I get my friend's blanket done for her. So, yeah. But I will talk to you later. Bye!